the Tanot Mata Temple. Legend has it that in the 1965 war, the enemy was shelling this region, but none of the bombs hit the temple. The ones that did come close didn't explode. 3,000 shells fell here and the temple was left unscathed. Tanot Mata, the deity of this temple, was protecting our soldiers, and by extension, she was protecting us. Legend or no legend, it's because of the brave men and women that protect our borders that we get to live the lives we do today of safety, of security, happy lives. These brave men and women, they have an unshakable faith in the powers of this temple. So it's only appropriate that we start this drive, border patrol, with the Volkswagen Taigun right here at the Tanot Mata temple. Now it's the 75th anniversary of Indian independence, and to celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we've planned a drive down the western border of India with these Volkswagen Taiguns. Along the way, we're going to be meeting the BSF, understanding how they protect our borders, and also reliving a little bit of history.
We've got 4 Volkswagen Taiguns, all the powertrains on offer. The 1 litre manual, the 1 litre automatic, the 1.5 manual and the 1.5 automatic. We have the adjudicator from the India Book of Records because this drive is also going to be a record-setting drive. The longest drive along India's western border, driving the Bharatmala Road. So we are going to go down from here, down to Gujarat along the Bharatmala Road. We also have the Assistant Commandant of the BSF post out here to flag us off, and then we hit the road. Aatish, we need to move. Let's go.
Copy that.
After getting flagged off from Tanot, we pointed our Taigun south and headed in the direction of Longewala, some 55 kilometers away.
It's an hour to get to Longewala from the Tanot Mata temple, and that's a good time to talk about why we picked the Taigun for this drive. Now, this is an SUV that has been designed, built, engineered in India for India. This is not some SUV from Europe that has just been plonked into our country. And this SUV has to deal with the toughest conditions you can throw at it in India. Out here, the temperatures are terrific. And that's why really it's a boon to have the air conditioning that the Taigun has. Cools the cabin down instantly, keeps you nice and calm and peaceful until we get to the next patch where there's a little bit more rain. But right now, aircon on 21 degrees and it's really nice in here. And this road, it is brilliant, but it is also relentless. We'll take a short break at Longewala, but then we'll be on it non-stop.
Longewala was a crucial point in the 1971 war. Enemy tanks were approaching in the night, and a small regiment of soldiers were given the choice of either retreating or defending their position, as aerial reinforcements would not be available till dawn. They chose to defend it and used a jeep-mounted rifle to attack the approaching tanks. 12 tanks were destroyed by the armed forces stationed here, and they held off the enemy forces till Indian aircraft arrived in the morning and claimed another 10 tanks. Longewala was defended successfully. Today, this place is a reminder of the violence we humans are capable of. But it is also a reminder of bravery, of courage, of resilience, and of sacrifice. A few brave men chose to fight a force much larger than them, and through sheer grit, determination, and a little bit of good planning, they saw it through.
Taigun is born of the India 2.0 project, a project where the Volkswagen Group invested €1 billion into making cars for India. Now, the fear with that was that these cars would be cheapened. They would not ride and handle like the cars that we've known and loved in the past. Except Volkswagen, they went out and they bettered their own benchmarks. So the torsional rigidity of this MQB A0 iron platform is even better than the Polo. And the Polo, all the dynamics is all courtesy of that torsionally rigid platform. And what does all that translate into? Now, these roads are brilliant, but there are some of these lovely, fast corners. And the Taigun, it handles so well. It's so planted, so composed and stable. It encourages you to drive enthusiastically, and also it envelopes you with a sense of safety, of security. Everything comes together with the Taigun.
When talking about the Taiguns, there's no way you can ignore their engines. You've got a choice of two motors here. You've got the 1 litre TSI and the 1.5 TSI, and both offer a great blend of performance and efficiency. Now, if you're on a budget, you want to be getting the 1 litre TSI, but by no means is it a compromise. It is an award-winning engine after all. It performs really well. It's a small motor, 999cc, but it really packs a solid punch. And it sounds really good. It's a 3-cylinder, and that 3-cylinder thrum really appeals to the enthusiast in me. But if you want even more performance, what you need to go for is the 1.5 TSI, and that's what I'm driving right now. The 1.5 TSI, it makes 148 bhp, 250 Nm. Those are generous outputs, and they hustle the Taigun along very impressively. And the best part, if you're an enthusiast, you can have the 1.5 with a manual transmission. The manuals, they live on. But if you're somebody who doesn't like to shift so much, you can get it with Volkswagen's DSG, which is probably the gold standard for twin clutch gearboxes in this segment. And the 1.5 TSI, it also has another very neat trick. Under low loads or when you're at path throttle, it actually deactivates 2 cylinders. So you're only running on 2 cylinders to save fuel. Not that we're doing too much of that today. We're trying to set a record, so we're really going flat out. But in the city, if you're living with this car, that is definitely an advantage.
The Bharatmala project was conceived as this ring of road right across the borders of our country. And some of the sections that are ready, in fact, all the sections that are ready are out here in Rajasthan and Gujarat. Obviously, because these are through these sparsely populated parts, so you don't have to move people out of the way before cutting the road. And what a road they've laid in these parts. This quality is excellent. The surface, brilliant, beautifully marked out. In fact, it looks very different now. Normally, it is dry, it's all desert, but because it has rained, it's green now.
However, the Bharatmala Road does not stretch on forever. 230 kilometers from Tanot, it suddenly stops, and all you're left with is a dirt track.
Sirish, stop. I don't think we're on the right route.
So what's the problem now?
Look, the Bharatmala Road is done. What is this road we're on? I don't think we're going to reach where we want to go.
Okay, so hang on. The Bharatmala Road is not finished in bits. Now this road is actually part of the Desert National Park, and they haven't got permission to build the road through it. So this part is around 35 kilometers and it's this narrow, broken road. Yeah. But then after that, we'll head back onto the Bharatmala Road, okay, so and we'll head back out here somewhere.
So we're here right now and we need to get onto this road to Munabao.
So normally we would actually use Google Maps, but all these roads are not on Google Maps and there's no network also out here. But let's just keep the faith, carry on this. The Taiguns are rugged, they can take these bad roads.
I'm not worried about the car, worried about the time.
Yeah, time. Let's head. Road tripping in India is always an adventure. You have fabulous roads and then you have no roads. And you really have to be up for a bit of adventure. You have to have that spirit of adventure. Luckily for us, we also have the BSF who is helping us out here. So they are leading us down this track. So that's how we have that confidence that this is actually going to lead to the last bit of the border road, the fence road. No civilian to date has driven that fence road. Nobody has done a story on it. Nobody has shot over there. That road is bang on the border. And I'm really excited to drive that. This is going to be exciting. Let's just hope it lives up to the billing.
After cutting through the Desert National Park, we made a 100-kilometer dash past Munabao and through Gujarat till we got to the road that runs along the border. Welcome to the Fence Road, a highly restricted road that runs bang along India's western border. No civilians or civilian vehicles have ever been here before. The Volkswagen Taigun and our team were going when no one has gone before.
I never imagined we'd be driving this road. They said it's the fence road, but you imagine fence road, what's the big deal? But that's actually the international border, and beyond that is Pakistan. On the left is the Rann of Kutch, and because it's the monsoon, so the water has all come in. It's spectacular, and it gives you the heebie-jeebies. There are all these cameras out here, we can't shoot, so this is the only thing that we can actually show you. Maybe you can see a bit of the fence on my right, but on the right, that's actually Pakistan, and that's not the line of actual control. This is the international border out here. This is the high security zone. This all is not made for tourists. This is actually made for defense purposes. And I think the Taigun is the first civilian vehicle to actually drive on this road. Otherwise, you have only the BSF vehicles. This made in India SUV out here on a road that's defending our borders. I think it's a big feather in its cap. And being over here, it's surreal, to be honest. I never thought we'd actually be driving this road, and we could even actually shoot out here. Over there in the distance, there are flamingos. It's beautiful, but it's all done to defend our borders. In the evenings, all these floodlights will be on. This will be like full floodlit. Whew.
We ended the drive at a place called Zero Point, and Zero Point is actually accessible to the public as part of the Indian government's border tourism program. This place is close to the Nadabet temple. The soldiers who took the blessings from this temple didn't suffer any casualties in the battle of the 1971 war. Since then, the BSF has a soldier deployed at the temple as a priest, and that remains so to this day. Today, Nadabet has the Army Museum, artillery, and even a MiG on display, an attempt to draw people here and show them what goes on into protecting our borders.